sleep. I don't know what this is. I think it's a whitehead. And it's not the gassy at all, They do not discourage bad behavior. To have this sense of joy and happiness that they belong to the communal upbringing of kids. We waited a few minutes to midnight. She called and said, "There's a lot of dry skin here. Got a lot of whiteheads." Hi guys, welcome to today's super relaxing ASMR session. Hope you enjoy these tingles. And do not forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Please do follow us on social media as well. We have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we also have individual vlog channels that we document our day-to-day life. So please do check that out. I realized on the premiere that we had a couple of days ago that I should start thanking our patrons. so unhygienic. That's, I guess, people who don't really know what asthma is all about. Because there's a few comments of people saying, oh, maybe you should wear gloves and stuff. I just don't think it's necessary in this instance. This is gonna be a softly whispered video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I need to help you relax. Or sleep. So somebody asked me in the comment section of one of our videos to discuss how different customs are here where I live currently in Europe compared to specifically East Africa. So I thought I should discuss that today. Got a lot of ideas. I need to. Yeah, anyway. First things first, I would like to say that I'm becoming increasingly very fearful of raising my kids in the country that we live in because of generally how I see kids here behaving, and compared of course to back home, how kids behave, how they are raised. I do feel like kids in the Western countries, and I'll be referring specifically to the Western country I live in, they learn too much, too fast, with easy access to Wi-Fi, the internet, and just basically the different ways that other kids are raised in their homes. So I feel like the way I see kids behaving here in large numbers really is a kind of a red flag for me. For example, on my Instagram, I once posted that I was shocked to see a really young kid smoking, a really young kid, and the most shocking thing was that the kid was in the company of very young ones, let's say 4, 5, 6 years old, and that kind of floored me, and I was so shocked. And I say that, yeah, I do understand that with maybe parents working from 9 to 5, they do not have time to be there for their kids 24/7 to watch over them and what they are doing when they're not there. But I do believe that kids should have some form of guidance after school. And I compared this to back home because in most East African homes there's always someone at home. In many cases there's somebody at home when kids come from school, They say that auntie, a cousin, an older niece, or a house help. That's because it's easy to hire a house help back home, it's cheap. And they can watch over the kids and, they come from school. Versus here where it's quite expensive to hire one. And most people do not, live with family members. You can bring your cousin to take care of the house for you, whereas in East Africa it's kinda a norm really to bring a family member to stay and watch over the kids if you're not home with something like that. Also on that same topic, I've sat with a couple of friends of mine, some from different parts of Africa, some from different parts of Europe, and we basically just discussed on the various, kids, and we discuss a lot about parenting and stuff. Half of them have kids. We all have busy lifestyles, we are working, and most of us are either married or in long-term relationships. And yeah, we were discussing of how parents here in most cases are too busy to parent, or in some way they kinda adopt this method of the kids who, figure out what they wanna do on their own. I'm not gonna spend time telling them what to do. And a friend of mine raised this, told us a story. She was once in a tram, and she saw a really young kid with a mom that was sitting, the trams that they sit opposite each other. And she said that this little kid, I don't know if it was a girl or a boy, that was sitting opposite a very old lady, like a lady in her 80s. And the kid started swinging his or her legs, and they were kind of hitting the lady opposite them. So my friend was sitting on the other side watching, and she said that the old lady said to the mom, or the adult the kid was with, "Please tell the kid to stop swinging the legs, they're knocking my knees." The adult, who I assume was the mom, at least my friend assumed was the mom, she said, "I can't tell him what to do. I'm not gonna tell him to stop. I cannot tell him what to do." And the child in question was around 5, 6, around that age. So yeah, living here, both experts and the locals, we kinda realize that there's that kind of Western thing where parents are they'll figure it out on their own. I do not need to tell them anything. I do not know if it's based on just the culture or just, parents refusing to discipline their kids, So in some way that's kind of different from where I come from, where a kid would not even think of behaving like that in his wildest dreams, I'll also emphasize that it's not all kids, of course, and it's not all people that refuse to guide and discipline their kids, but I've seen quite a large number of examples in this regard. That makes me super scared, of where we are going as humanity, and just where the young generation is heading. Yes, I also find that there's so many parents who just encourage their kids to be, they do not discourage bad behavior, once they see it's wrong, they just, let it go. It's not that big of a deal, I guess that lady was thinking that the child swinging the legs is not such a big deal. I see a lot of that kind of nonchalant, it's not so big kind of behavior a lot where I live, at least. I remember once I was babysitting a friend's baby, and we went out to the park to play. And this one boy, the kids are all the same age, around the same age. And this one little boy, he sat on top of the swing. And all the other kids that came to, swing on it. It was a slide, sorry. Yeah. So he sat on top of the slide and he waited for kids to come and slide. And he would push them violently down the slide. And I saw that was happening for a couple of times, and I realized, okay, he sat there specifically to violently push times you find that kids are confused with so many things because there's really no guidance. There's really no telling them, hey, that's wrong, or this is right, or this is what you should do or not do. There's so many white heads here, guys, so I'm gonna zoom in. I'm not finding any lice, but I'm finding quite a bit of dry scabs, like dry. Yeah, I'm finding quite a bit of dry. I don't know if to call it dandruff or I don't know what to call it, but yeah, I'm finding quite a bit of that. Trying to scratch it off with this ice comb as much as I can. To continue with just different culture and customs from Africa from East Africa compared to where I currently live. I find that in East Africa, for example, an older person other than my parent can discipline me, and it's not the case here at all, at all. In Western culture, specifically in the country I live in, it would be unheard of for someone who's not your parent or even related to you disciplining your kid. But because in East Africa mainly we believe in like the communal upbringing of kids, like it's a responsibility of everybody in the community to, discipline and watch out for the kids, and make sure they're, doing the right thing and they're, safe and such stuff, and they're, behaving themselves in a way that they ought to do. There's a lot of dry skin here. Interestingly, the East African concept of happiness, at least in most cultures, in most cases, does not seem to revolve around, wealth. Like, in the Western culture, I see that mostly the wealthier you are, the happier you are, that kind of thing. But yeah, you'll find that there's many people, at least let's say from where I come from in Kenya, you'll find that people are happy, especially in villages. They are happy with not having so much and just, being like in a community. But the sense of community, belonging somewhere, the acceptance, I guess, makes them happy, brings them joy. Like to say, I belong to this community, and just generally, as I said, feeling accepted makes them, happy. I have to emphasize that this is not in all cultures and communities, but Also the fact that, as I keep saying, grandparents sometimes, families do look up to grandparents to help them raise their kids because they see them as wise, and their input in the kid's life is really valued. Coming from East Africa, there's really a strict respect for the elders. Yeah, I really wanted to talk about this because this is something that my husband and I love about all the time. In East Africa, the concept of time is really, how do I say it? East Africans have a very relaxed concept of time. Time and time again, even today, when we go to Kenya and we call, like for example, people to install the internet for us. The last time we were there, we called someone to install the internet, and the guy took close to 2 weeks, just promising, I'm on my way, I'm coming. It's really something that's so ingrained in our culture and mentality that I do not understand how this doesn't make anyone feel awkward to blatantly lie. I'm on my way, I'm coming. I'll be there shortly, and still show up after a weekend because I really needed internet to upload and work online. We kept calling this guy, and he kept telling us every single day, I'll be there at 1, I'll be there at midday, it should be 2, I'm coming, I'm on my way, I'll be there before sundown, it should be 3 and 4, 5 at night, it's too late, I'm stuck somewhere, I can't come today. Yeah, so at some point it kind of became like a nightmare having to wait for him every day, and we just could not understand the blatant lie, I'm on my way, I'm coming. Yeah, so these are really, I can't even say relaxed, but I would say like perverted in some way, that no one ever keeps time. Even in government offices, you'll find that, for example, my sister was going to register to enter a new college, and she said that she went there 2 days, and the office for registrations at the time that they were supposed to open, they just didn't come to work, and it was the busiest time. Their intakes in May, September, and I guess, I don't know what other time, but yeah, May is the busiest. My sister went on that May. She was there the whole day. The guy didn't show up. He did come in the evening to close the office officially, because he comes, opens the windows, and puts the open sign out, and then he walks away, goes wherever, and doesn't show up the whole day. And then the next day, my sister said he came, and she was like, I was here the whole day, and he just came and opened the office. They closed the office. So please today attend to me. So that's like very frustrating for people who have things to do, especially going to government offices or just going to any place that's not private. Yeah, so not only government offices really, but in every office, even private sectors, it's just a kind of a culturally a custom for people in East Africa just not to honor time. Someone says I'll meet you at 11, just know it's gonna be at 1, 2, or 3, because they're gonna come late. Some family members to Mombasa. It's a kind of a beach place, really, like there's a beach, It's a holiday destination in Kenya, and my cousin had told us, since I live near the airport, I'm gonna give you guys a place to stay. The train station and the airport are near each other, so we took the reception. We were scared. It was getting close to midnight. It was around 11:30 and we were scared. We had arrived at 9:30 and it was around 11:45 we began to panic. And I was asking my auntie, what do we do now? Are we gonna sleep here outside the train station? Even the security guards had changed and they were going home, and you really cannot trust them, So we waited a few minutes to midnight. She called and said, I'm coming to pick you guys at the train station. We were so relieved and yet so angry, Compared to the Western culture, I find that there is a watch-gazing centricity, especially in work environments. Failure to keep time, really, keep time to the very dot. If it's 10:30, you arrive at 10:20, And if you're supposed to have a meeting, the meeting starts at exactly 10:30 when both of you have sat, sipped on your coffee, and the meeting starts at the exact time, So failure to keep time in work environments is really viewed or interpreted like a poor work ethic. So guys, I'm gonna finish this video here. Hope you enjoyed the lice checkup. Do not forget to like and subscribe to